threat of disaster is never pleasant.
Welcome to the Casual Preppers podcast.
These safety measures are essential.
The only place for prepping, survival, and entertainment.
This will be your source of survival instructions and information. Every member of the family must be coached in the business of survival.
Here are your hosts, Cam and Kobe.
We are the survival business.
Yeah.
This is a business.
This is, straight up.
Yeah.
And we're in the business of answering your questions today because it is Mindless Banter 89 Q&A, the very best episode of every month. And we're excited. You guys had a freaking crap ton of questions. I couldn't take them all.
No.
Because we don't have all damn day to answer your questions. We only have like an hour or so. Right, Cam?
I'd like to answer them all day.
I would. If I could just
I probably
do that.
could.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
It'd be fun.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be fun.
Before we get to that, Cam, though, I want you to tell the people about Prepper's Medical Handbook.
I want to tell the people.
Okay.
You know, prepping, there's just so much that goes into it. I mean, there's a lot of things to think about with food and water and power and protection.
Mm-hmm.
Self-reliant medical care is absolutely no exception.
You're right.
You got to know how to take care of yourself and your body and people with you.
Yeah.
The Prepper's Medical Handbook by noted wilderness medicine expert and survivalist William W. Forgy, MD, provides the basis of prevention, identification, and long-term management of those survivable medical conditions. Not the ones that you're going to die from because you'll die. These ones you can survive.
Yeah, there's not like a page on leukemia, I'm guessing.
And this isn't just like some hiker that took an interest in like medicine.
I know. I love those ones where it's like, I've been hiking for 14 years.
Yeah.
Here's my book.
I've run across all kinds of bodies that have been damaged. I know how to fix them all.
Yeah, seen the whole gamut.
Eat dandelions. But no, this book has a really nice organized structure that helps you quickly locate how to survive bear attacks and things like that. Like it's got really useful information, even for those that are medically trained.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome. It's one of my favorite books, and you can get it at preppersmedicalhandbook.com or amazon.com.
Beautiful.
It's a good one. Get it. You need it.
Get it. All right, let's just get right into the
Oh,
goodness.
no, I wanted to mention one thing.
Okay.
So I wanted to mention one thing that it's super important that all of you go, well, you don't have to go do this.
Okay.
We talked about simulation.
Yes.
And that Earth, the world, we're probably in a simulation.
Yeah, sure.
Did you know there's an Earth Reviews
Oh, no.
website?
No.
Yeah. So check this out.
Oh, that's cool.
It turns out Earth is just a simulation. Luckily, the creators are looking for feedback.
Oh,
so they created a
nice.
website.
That's cool.
But it's got like clouds, 1,772 ratings, 4.5 stars.
4.5. Who doesn't like clouds?
Airplanes, sneezing, kneecaps.
Sneezing? Oh, my God.
It's like got everything. Carpet. What do you think about the carpet? Traffic lights. You like them? Yeah, it's pretty freaking
What's got
funny.
like the worst rating on there? Can you tell?
The worst rating, crowds.
Oh, yeah.
Crowds, really
get that.
low.
Uh-huh.
Where's the other one? I was looking at the high rated. One of the highest rated ones, though, is pooping.
Pooping, yes.
So, yeah, I scroll all the way down here. Beards, 3 stars.
Really?
Which is kind of surprising.
That is surprising.
Yeah, pooping is like almost 5 stars by like 7,000.
Is it like pooping then sex? Probably.
I don't know. Where is sex? I don't see it.
I don't know.
I've
asked myself that a lot.
3.5 stars.
Where's
Umbrellas,
sex?
jeans, dogs, ketchup,
Oh.
volcanoes. Volcanoes are 3.5.
Really?
Coins, braces, babies, skiing, weddings, sliced bread. It's got everything. Sweating.
cool.
Sweating's 2 stars. That's one of the lowest.
I hate sweating.
3,238 ratings.
And I'm a sweater.
Yeah.
I'm not a sweater as much like when I'm working out.
Yeah.
Like when I do jujitsu and stuff, I'm like the least sweaty guy there. But when I'm sleeping in bed, I'm like drenched. I don't get it. It's like doesn't make any sense.
Acne's the lowest.
Oh yeah.
1.25 star.
Dude, acne is the worst.
5,394
I
ratings.
hate it.
Yeah.
It's not good.
So pretty funny though.
That is. Where's that at then?
So if it's like Neil.fun.
Neil.fun?
Neil.fun/Earth reviews.
Okay.
Earth
reviews.
Neil.fun/Earth-reviews.
Good gracious.
It's pretty funny. Just look at them
Yeah,
and
that's
see
funny.
what like the comments and
That's
stuff.
hilarious.
Watermelon's pretty neat. Tastes like a better water. If only non-watermelon foods that claim to taste like watermelon actually tasted like watermelon.
Oh, that's so true.
Like some of the reviews in here are super funny. So anyway, if you want some entertainment,
go check them out.
go read it.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right, let's get going then. Elizabeth Boucher Minor.
Ooh, Boucher.
Bobby Boucher. I want a family emergency plan. I really do. But realistically, the only time I'm not with my kids is when they are at school or sports. I can't tell them to walk away from school in an emergency and start walking to location X, can I?
Hey, you can do what you want.
You can do whatever. This is America.
This is a free country.
This is goddamn America, and this is why we live here, and this is why we love it.
Kids, I want you to walk to the nearest Walmart.
Hey, you can tell them to start friggin' breakdancing. You can tell them to do anything you want.
Don't listen to any adults. Go do what you want, 'cause that's what you're going to do anyway.
Start burning stuff right away.
Yeah. Send up smoke signal.
Smoke signals.
Dad'll find you.
Yeah, daddy will be there. No, look, I think it's a valid question because people are like, well, I can't tell them to not do what their school's doing. And maybe that's your plan. You know, for me, it is, my kids are going to do what the school's doing.
Right.
And depending on the situation, we have different contingencies, right? So that's what the whole plan is there for. So the kids know, do I just go with the school and do what they're doing and then just wait there forever?
Yeah.
Is mom going to try and contact me? What is the plan? So there's going to be certain situations where you tell them maybe not to go with this, if they hear that it's some crazy situation, an EMP or something, no, you got to start getting home because it's going to be bad or whatever it is. But, I think it's really about talking these things through so you know how it's all going to play out and you guys all know what you're going to do. For me, that's what the emergency plan is for.
Yeah, that's exactly kind of what I said is that the school plan is something that you should know yourself.
Yes.
And then also like don't try and go against the grain there. It's
Not
like
necessarily, no.
kids run away from that. You don't want to listen to them.
Yeah.
We know how to survive.
Slap your teacher and run.
But I think you do have to give them, like, if things are just chaotic, there's some issue where there's no organization or something falls apart, you got to be like, okay, well, go to the nearest church there.
Yes.
And that's where I'm going to plan on picking you up and stuff like that. And I like how she's like, but realistically, the only time it's like, but realistically, the only time I'm not with my kids. And that's true. Like, most of the time you are with your kids. And they're like, up your butt. They're right there with you all the time. But, like, I think I'm planning on, like, I've been working to talk to my kids this week about some, like, different strategies to help them in case, they are at school and things are chaotic and they're confused and scared. Like, maybe, like, we don't have a church building too far from our house.
Yep.
Or there's, like, some well-known friends that are not far from their school. It's like, maybe go to their house and we'll talk to them too. So, I think you can tell them to go to those places, but realistically, you're going to want to keep with most of the plan of the school because they have a lot of detailed planning.
But again, there could be an issue where maybe that school's plan doesn't work because of something happening at the school or near the school or whatever it is. So, like, we have, they have a grandparent that lives less than a mile from the school. So I'm like, if something's going down and you can't do what they're doing, just go to grandma's house.
Right.
That's where I'll get you, right?
Yeah.
If you're not at the school, I know to go to grandma's, or you're going to be somewhere in between.
Exactly.
So
maybe it's a teacher virus that just kills teachers.
I know, and
now
that
the
could
kids
happen.
don't know what to do.
Guarantee that's on its way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good question.
Yeah, that is a good question.
Good question.
Paula Joy.
Really?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Sorry. Ellen Mauro.
Mauro.
I have 2 teens, and they think that prepping is unnecessary or just plain stupid.
Ugh.
Eye roll here.
Ugh.
How do you get them interested, and what items would you pack in your college-bound teens emergency kit? So I'm sure, like, kids that age, I don't have teens yet, and I'm probably just going to move them to a different house when they become teens. Because I'm sure it's not very cool to do that thing.
Yeah.
So just knowing, like, the things my kids are interested in, like, my son, I guess he's coming close to becoming a teen.
Yeah.
But he reads a lot, and so like he uses some survival books, like how to survive, and like I survived a plane crash, and so
those are
he's
cool
kind of
books.
like getting into, like, he understands, like, these scenarios and what people have gone through, and there's a lot of good movies out there that like teach and talk about, like, survival. Yeah, it's Hollywood, but like, even if you're watching The Walking Dead, I think it's a good opportunity to talk about some of the things that are happening on there. It's like, what would you kids do?
I think that's a great idea because, like, watching, like, Greenland, I watched it with my kids. I watched it with my kids, and they're just like, Dad, well, we've got this, right? If that happened, we have this, and we have this, and this is what we do.
Kids, we got tickets.
Yeah,
to Greenland.
But you know what I mean? So that they're at least getting those things. I think movies are great.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's fantastic because they're entertained. You're having fun. And most of the time, families watch movies together anyways. Why not pick one of those once in a while? And then, like Cam said, use it as an opportunity to have that discussion about that kind of stuff.
What's the movie, like one of Tom Holland's first movies with, like, about the tsunami over in India?
Oh, yeah. I don't know
or
what
Indonesia.
it was called. I know what you're talking about.
Man, that was like one of the most heart-wrenching movies just because it was super real. It's like this family and they all get separated and somehow, luckily, they get back together. But that like ones like that would be really good because they're realistic and they're real events that happen and stuff like that. So,
and for me also with teens and especially if they're going away to college and they're going to be driving a lot, I think making sure that their vehicles are prepared.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be doing a lot of driving back and forth, hopefully, to home, you know what I mean? And if you can keep those vehicle preps up to date, at least they've got that.
Yeah.
You know, at least if worse comes to worse, they have to drive somewhere, their vehicle's kind of ready to roll. And,
and their communication plan. Cause they're only going to think the cell phone's their plan.
Exactly.
Like, there's pay phones. No. Is there even any pay phones anymore?
Not much. We were watching a show the other day, my wife and I, and they used a payphone, and I'm like, she's like, well, they don't even have those anymore. Where did they get that payphone?
One in Hollywood still.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, no, I like
question.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Now we're at Paula Joy.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Are you familiar with Canadian Prepper and Ben of Suspicious Observers? I'm starting to feel anxious and wonder if I should be. How does one strike a happy balance if you aren't prepared and do have anxiety? So, I am familiar with Canadian Prepper. I'm not familiar with Ben of Suspicious Observers. I don't know if you are, Cam. I don't know who that is. Do you?
I don't.
You don't?
Who
Okay.
are you even talking about? Sorry.
You were
Works
texting somebody.
like,
yeah.
Look at this prior off.
Yeah, Ben of Suspicious Observers. I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is either. And I like kind of was trying to look and didn't find it, and I was like, I don't have time.
So this is hard. I don't ever like to say anything bad about other prepper media types, but Canadian Prepper, it's pretty tough with him. They honestly, just reading the video titles of his gets me full on anxiety attacks. But if you look back on it, those titles have been there for 3 straight years. So obviously we're all still here. Everything's okay. So you have to take those things with a grain of salt. Like, it's less information with people like that, more entertainment. I mean, so are we. But you have to look at their stuff kind of the same way, because the world hasn't ended, and every single one of the video titles is like, the world is ending.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, this is your last chance to buy stuff. Hurry up and go do it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you have to be really, really careful, I think.
Yeah. And just like little simple things to get prepared. Like, it's like, it gives you anxiety when you're not prepared, and it gives you anxiety to think more about like, wow, I got to get all of this stuff set up. And most of those things do put you in that, like, you need to do all of this right now. And that's just like, don't listen to that crap. Like, do the small little things that you can now. As long as you're doing some little things, you're ahead of most.
You really are, yeah.
It's crazy how many people just don't even put anything
That
aside.
is the hard part. And I think we've talked about this a million times with prepping. It's like you feel like you want to just do everything.
Totally do.
Right now.
I do that with everything.
I know, yeah.
I'm like, I want to finish this book tonight.
Right
That's
now.
why I hate reading, because I get so like, I got to finish it. It's like a task.
Yeah. Yeah, but you can't do it that way. You have to sort of do it at your own pace.
Yeah.
Or it's going to be overwhelming.
Yeah. You'll have way more anxiety about prepping than you should.
But again, be careful. Like I said, with a lot of different prepper, especially on YouTube, they're trying to, they're clickbaity titles, and they'll give you anxiety.
There's so many.
You got to be careful.
So many of them. That's just how the internet works.
Yeah. It's the worst.
Aaron Noodle?
Canodle.
Canodling. We all know which disaster the boys are most and least afraid of. What I want to know is, what scenario are you most medium worried about? This was tough. Like, I kind of was like, how do you, like, there are certain things about ones that I'm like, kind of medium, but then you think longer into it, you're like, well, that would be horrible.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just said maybe like something like an EMP, but again, like, it goes both ways. But like for me, an EMP, I'm like, maybe that's like a medium disaster for me, only because as a prepper, we're kind of a little ahead and maybe would survive better.
Sure.
But the rest of the world would go nuts.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then long term with an EMP, then it hurts all of us. So I don't know. I just
it's a tough one.
Just to kind of throw that out there, I was like, maybe an EMP would be like my middle ground, just because I feel like we get shut off from certain things. Like short term, we would probably be in a really good scenario here and less stressed out. But
Sure.
the longer that goes, the worse it gets. So
Yeah, I think I disagree with Cam on this one. I feel like an EMP would be a gigantic level disaster. That's just me. Because you have
that's
no
true.
vehicles, you have no
Totally.
power.
Right.
In 1 year, 90% of people are dead.
Yeah.
For me, medium disaster, this was a really hard question.
I don't know
It
where
was
to put
hard.
a medium disaster.
Yeah, it's really hard to, and obviously he's being cheeky here. He's kind of, being funny, but
Yeah.
something like some sort of a localized disaster where maybe we have to evacuate.
Yeah, that probably fits more of a medium.
Seriously, I thought about this for like 10 minutes. I'm
Me
like,
too.
What is
That's why I was like, I
medium?
don't know, EMP.
What is medium size? So I feel like most of us as preppers would be ready to grab a bug out bag and get out of town if we had to.
Yeah.
It's funny. I just started. I just sent this to Cam. There's a new Netflix
You basically
documentary.
could get away from the disaster.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That
that would be more medium.
There's a new Netflix documentary called Meltdown. It's about the 3 Mile Island nuclear meltdown. And it's
Yeah.
just funny because there's all these people. I was like, do we need to evacuate all these people? And it was really scary. And I'm like, if I was one of those people, I would just be gone. Why are you waiting for
I know.
them to tell you to evacuate?
Yeah.
Even if there's a hint of an issue,
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I'm taking the day off. I'm
That's
heading out of
true.
town. I'm sorry. If there's a nuclear power plant meltdown,
Yeah.
and they're not giving me the full story, and you can kind of tell after
Should
a few
I keep
hours.
bagging groceries today?
I don't know.
or-
Should I keep cutting my lawn?
Yeah.
Or,
I could either get super radiated or nothing's going to happen. I mean,
I know, it's one or the other. So, hell, who knows? I'll just hang out and barbecue some
not that big of a risk.
bratwurst. So, yeah, that's what I'm going with. That was a good question because it was tough.
Yeah, that was
It
good.
a toughie.
Yeah, mine was probably definitely more like, I was like, I don't know, EMP. Only because I was like, it's not going to be an instant like death threat,
Right,
To,
yeah.
like a threat to your
Uh-huh.
life and your family's life. And I was like, maybe that's a medium one, but long term it'd be a freaking nightmare.
It would be, yes.
Well, not even that long,
Yeah.
Kevin, no, this is you, huh?
Kevin Hill.
That's how you say it.
Yeah, Kevin Hill. Do you ever worry about your vehicle becoming a bullet magnet during your travels to your bug out location? In the event of a rapid collapse of society, a lot of desperate people would also be on the roadways, and you're not the only one with firearms and a family to take care of. How does one keep a low profile when all eyes are watching and aware of the situation? When encountering others, do you react or act first when hostility is felt?
Oh, yeah. This one I thought about too. Like, how do I answer this question? Like, I do worry about being a bullet magnet because
Yeah.
there's a lot of.
I'm a
there's
chick
lot of-
magnet right now.
Yeah,
I know that's
I mean-
a problem.
I mean, I'm sick of being a magnet for many reasons.
Yeah, chicks. Jeez.
But the bullet magnet thing, I do worry about. It's like there's going to be some like trigger happy people,
oh, yeah.
and that's like, you got a gun, you can do everything with that, and so yeah. But I think there's some. I don't know, maybe put a bunch of stickers on the back. I have a family of 15. You just put like all these kids.
Yeah.
Maybe that will deter, but I don't know. Like,
Yeah, it's tough, dude.
I don't know how you would actually make yourself less of a target for those type of people. They're
Yeah.
going to shoot or try and stop or
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I could come up with here
if they
is
even exist,
coming down to being as gray man as possible with your vehicle, because I think, if your vehicle's super flashy, showy, looks like this big off-road
Escalade with
yeah.
nice rim, like you're going to look.
Yeah, you're going to be like a little suspicious. That guy was
For a
ready.
prepper, they're going to be like, they're not prepared.
Yeah, oh yeah. But I mean, even if it's something like a Jeep that's all jacked up and it looks like
Oh, yeah.
it's
Gas cans all over on the
yeah,
side.
like, oh man, I'm taking those guys out. So I guess that would be a way of helping to not become a bullet magnet. Just something that just
drive your everyday.
Yeah, just your everyday looking vehicle. It's going to be less
Yeah. I
conspicuous.
don't think the pilot is going to be
No,
like,
yeah.
let's take it down.
We're going to take that.
Bring it down.
Yeah. So I don't know. And then again, just making sure you have a really good bug out plan and a bug out route that takes you off of the main roads as much as possible, because that's where the most people are going to be, because they haven't thought about this. They don't know what the hell they're doing, right?
Yeah.
But if you've thought about it and you're taking back roads and you know exactly where to go and you're there before shit gets super bad,
Yeah.
then you're much better off, right?
Yeah.
We talk about a lot of
Put
this
a
stuff.
sticker on there, biohazard sticker maybe.
Yeah, I know.
Or
yeah.
a hearse, drive a hearse.
Ooh, yeah.
I wouldn't be taking that. I'd be like, nah, I don't want
Heck
that.
no. But I mean, we talk about a lot of this stuff in Bugging Out, the other podcast.
Yeah.
We talk about a lot of these types of things. So if you haven't listened, go listen. It's good stuff, right?
And that, man, it's such a tricky question because
It is.
You want that bug out vehicle with the gas cans
You
lined
do.
up in a trailer, but
Super hard, man.
that's the one that's probably if you're on a main road.
Yeah.
I would want to loot
That's
that
the one you're
sucker.
going for.
Got everything in there. And as for like the other question, encountering others, do you react or act first with hostility? If hostilities felt I don't think I'll ever act in a hostile manner. Even if I did, I mentioned here, like, rarely would I act first because my wife would be like, no, let him shoot you in the face. I don't want to feel bad about you getting, mean to him.
That's so
Don't be
true.
mean. Let him kill you.
It's so true.
So,
man.
yeah, I'm not going to be the one that's going
No.
to act with hostility first.
No, I think I'm going to always err on the side of just getting out of there as much as possible.
When you guys talk
Right.
about that and train that way, it's like, don't be the one to engage. Like, it's self-defense, not
It's not
self-offense.
self-offense. Yeah, I mean, you just when you understand what some people are capable of, you don't want to have any part of it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kristen Christoffel.
Christoffel.
Why do you guys suggest doing what? No, why? Yeah,
She
why do
does
you
say
guys?
why, but I think
why
she
do you
what?
guys? What do you suggest doing for a tornado and a severe thunderstorm? What type of things should we have prepped for that type of situation? Sincerely, an Oklahoma girl dealing with this currently.
Yeah, man.
She wrote this during a tornado.
Here's the thing about this. I kind of envy these storms because I'm in love with big thunderstorms. Like it is, nothing makes my heart happier than a thunderstorm and dark, cloudy skies. But tornadoes would be pretty shitty. So yeah, that's not very fun.
Yeah, when the storm can kill you,
it's not as
like not the
interesting.
lightnings and thunderstorms can't, but they're just not as like, man, I'm like standing on my porch like I'm an idiot out here, but it looks amazing.
It's so cool. Yeah.
But a tornado, that's different.
That's a little bit different, yeah. For me, a few things that would be super easy to do. I guess if I learned anything from Twister, it's that early alerts.
Dorothy is useful.
Early alerts are key in these situations.
Yeah.
So for me, having emergency apps on my phone that are going to alert me the second there's an alert out is a huge deal. So I would get several emergency apps. The Red Cross emergency app is awesome. The FEMA apps are great. There's a bunch of weather apps that you can get that do really good with these types of things. But I think early warning is the biggest thing, so you know it's coming, right?
Yeah.
And then also having that emergency radio in your basement or your storm shelter if you have one, and then backup batteries to charge all those devices when the power is out, because it's inevitably going to be out if there's a tornado. It usually doesn't go through that. And then some water, because you got to be able to drink something, if you lose water.
Yeah.
So those are the things.
Tornadoes suck it right up.
Yeah, it takes all the water. And then there's a water cyclone. But I mean, those are super easy things to do right there.
Yeah.
You take you a half hour, you got that done.
Yeah, we did one on tornadoes, didn't we? Or we do one on...
I don't know. I don't think so. Probably not.
I don't know.
Hell, I don't know.
I don't talk about tornadoes all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's all windy.
Like, we get some really rare occurrences of tornadoes here in Utah, like even with the mountain range and everything.
Yeah.
But super rare. So, yeah, we specifically don't prepare for tornadoes. And thunderstorms, we're stupid. We're outside looking at thunderstorms because they're great. That was one thing I missed. Like, when I moved to Oregon, I'm like, man, I really miss those intense. We get some crazy ones here. It's super cool.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But tornadoes, yeah. I mean, let's say one did happen here. You're going to go into your basement. Don't go under an overpass, I guess. That's what they'd always said. Like, people always do that. So, no, don't do that.
Don't do that.
But, yeah, get down in the ditch.
Oh, yeah. Lay down.
Lay down. Yeah. And get in the ditch.
Get in the ditch. All
but,
right.
yeah, I think you're right on the early warning system. Like, you've got to be paying attention to that stuff.
For
don't
sure.
just ignore your notifications on those times during those times.
Yeah, you got to be watching those.
Best Buy sale today.
I don't know.
Tornado warning. Like, I forgot to look at that.
I
one.
make fun of my wife so much. Love you, dear, but like every other text that she gets is from like Etsy or Ulta.
They're like direct text.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm like, who's texting you? Just somebody trying to get me to buy something. And I'm like, I've never had anybody text me to get me to buy something. What's going on? And so, like, half the time she just ignores her phone because half of it's just spam. That's probably not great.
I need to text your wife and be like, half off ear cleaning today at UBH.
I'll look at your throat for $20.
Come in today.
Come on right now. Bill Fry, he says, what is the scariest situation you found yourself in? I have had to defend my house on 2 occasions from someone trying to break in. The worst of the 2, I had to confront the guy naked with a gun. And to be honest, I don't know if he was more afraid of the gun or the 260-pound tattooed naked man.
Naked gun right there.
That is naked gun, ain't it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, luckily.
First off, Bill, you probably need to move out of that neighborhood.
Twice.
Yeah, this just seems like too much.
Yeah.
Too much.
Too many people know that you're a prepper or something.
Yeah.
Something's going on
They're
there.
trying to get your ham radio or something from you.
Bill Fry, Chicken Nugget Street, downtown Michigan.
Chicken Noodle
like
Soup Lane.
Every comment he makes is his address.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. You probably do need to move out of there.
Probably.
Chicken Nuggle. Yeah, most of the scenarios that I've been in luckily don't involve hostile people.
Oh, thank goodness.
But like, I remember like one time, probably one of the scariest things ever was like my family. We were fishing in Idaho, out in the middle of like just open plain, and there's a little river, and the worst lightning storm I ever remember being in.
Oh gosh.
And I can't remember, did I mention it on this podcast?
I don't think so.
But I remember just sitting there, like my dad's like, "Everybody get down." we're like laying down, and I have my fishing pole, and I'm like, I'm gonna die. And it was pouring, then it was like hailing, and I'm just like, I gotta pee. I'm just peeing. And I remember I just like peeing, being like, that feels pretty good. Yeah. And I was in my, I don't want to say it was like a teen.
I've been shook
but I was like
66 times.
soaking wet, and I was like, oh, screw it. But I was like, hilarious. I'm gonna get struck. Yeah, struck. That one, and then snowmobiling one time. Like the snowmobile died, and we were on this trail up in the mountains, and I just remember like, we're gonna die. Like, it's almost dusk, and
that is a
freeze
bad
to
feeling.
death.
That's a bad feeling,
and you can't run or walk very fast on those trails because you're like sinking. I was like, we're dead. And
it is the worst.
Those are probably the worst 2 scenarios I've been in.
Yeah, so
bad one.
I got lost elk hunting one time with my grandpa. That was pretty scary. I was probably like, I was maybe 15 or something, maybe 16. And it was up in these mountains that we knew really well. I don't know what happened. Obviously, I was 15. I don't remember. But we got lost, and it was freaking snowing, and it was bad.
Was up in the Uintas?
Yeah, it was up near the lodge. But
it's
it all looks so similar,
scariest
right?
Freaking terrain.
And so it was like we were walking, and finally, I think it was about
Bigfoot gave you a piggyback.
Roll that way. Tell us which way to go.
Roll that way.
No, but we finally found the dirt road, but it was like maybe 11 o'clock at night by this point. And then my grandpa's like, oh, we can't just hang out here. We're going to die. So we were jogging. We just jogged for like an hour. And finally, my dad showed up on horseback and found us. And anyways, that was pretty scary.
Your dad did?
Yeah.
Like,
Dave's here. Daddy's home.
Come on, boys. It's this way.
Yeah.
Daddy's here.
So I lived through it, so that was great. About got eaten by Bigfoot one time with Cameron.
Yeah,
that was pretty scary.
That was scary that night.
That was pretty scary.
Oof, yeah, that's right.
So if you haven't seen the Bigfoot film, you'll see that at the end. One time when I was about 12 years old, again with my grandpa, I think he's almost killed me like 15 times.
Something tells me your grandpa was trying to get you lost.
And I lived. Take that, Grandpa. I made through it. But he has a lodge. He had a lodge up in the mountains in the middle of nowhere. And we had to go up a few times a winter to go shovel off the snow off the.
Just the time he had to walk back.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I've told this story.
You did.
Here. Yeah.
And that sounds horrible.
So he had, again, a snowmobile broke down, and we were about a mile from the lodge and about 4 miles back to the truck. So he had to go back to the truck.
Oh, that's right.
And he sent me and my half uncle, 12-year-olds and 13-year-olds, to the lodge. and we had to trek in there for about a mile, and we stayed there overnight by ourselves. And I was so scared. That was one of the scariest things ever.
You were how old?
12.
Cow.
12 years old.
Man, like hearing those stories of like the scouts where they're like, go back to the lodge, you're wet, like the one that here in Utah.
Yeah.
And he disappeared. They've never found him.
I know.
And it's like, and it was way easier than what you were in.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, and my grandma said, you guys will be fine. Just head to the lodge, start a fire.
Yeah.
There's probably something to eat in the kitchen. Like, we didn't leave food there. Luckily, we did find some baked beans in the kitchen. Yeah. That sounds like a song. Baked beans in the kitchen? Doesn't it sound like a song?
I'm eating baked beans in the kitchen, animal.
Gonna die on a mountain tonight with a belly full of baked beans.
If you shave some of the bark off, you can eat the sap, kids. I'll be back before sundown.
Just think of it as a sleepover. You guys go have a sleepover. I'm heading back down the mountain.
Good next
times.
week, let's go elk hunting.
I know,
No,
seriously.
Grandma, I'm done.
Grandma, I don't like almost dying.
Maybe the other scariest scenario was my U-Haul crap my pants.
Oh, yeah.
That was scary.
That is not a fun time.
Gonna crap my pants.
Sweaty. I get sweaty just thinking about it.
Yeah,
you know?
those events are probably some of the scariest. When you know you're either going to crap your pants or get in a car accident. You're going to risk.
Either way, it's bad.
Yeah.
Either way.
Chris Hartwig.
Hartwig.
What was the thing that drove each of you to start prepping, besides a love of the podcast or post-apocalyptic movies? Besides the love of the podcast and games, the podcast is my favorite show by far. Thanks for all you do, guys.
Aww.
Man, thank you, Chris.
Yeah.
Seriously, though, like for listening.
Hartwig.
Getting through all these.
Yeah, Hartwig.
Yeah. I think what drove us to prepping is like realizing working in the real world that there's a lot of morons.
Oh,
like
for
a lot of
sure.
idiots, and I'm just like, I need my family to be prepared against idiots.
For sure.
And not be one of the idiots.
Yeah. And just having the family, like when it like sinks in, it's like, I got to take care of these
families.
people.
Yep.
Holy fudge. What do I do?
Yeah. It's not just me being a bad A trying to lone wolf and probably die out in the forest. I can't risk that.
No.
So.
Yeah, it's just family.
Yeah. That's it.
Yes.
Answered.
Jerry Schweigert.
Schweigert.
Where to store your preps when you have a house in the burbs, but have no garage, basement, or temperature-controlled shed?
This one, that's like, okay. How do you store food when you don't have a house, garage, car, legs? You don't have... It's like,
I ain't got no money, ain't got a place to live. I don't want friends.
figure it out, boys. Figure it out.
Jerry Schweigert signing off.
In jail, currently. Where do I store food?
Lost in the woods. How do I find my
Last
house?
text, battery's almost dead. Send.
Hope these guys can figure it out.
I'll never hear about it. Thought it'd be worthwhile.
This is my one call. I'm in jail. They said I got one call.
Honey, could you go get on Instagram?
Yeah.
And ask the podcast this.
Transcribe this for me, dear.
Word for word. Where to store. So, I mean, we've talked about small spaces and where to store in those like really limited sized homes or apartments or whatever.
Yeah.
Freezer and fridge. Those are important because you're most likely going to have a fridge, I think, and a freezer.
Mm-hmm.
Utilize that space as best you can.
Yeah.
Stock up that freezer. Pantry, you got to organize it real well so you can put your stuff in there. Under beds, in closets. Use your car as an additional storage space.
Mm-hmm.
Crawl space, maybe. Some of those apartments I've been in where you can kind of get under there. Got to seal it up well so the badgers don't get it.
Damn badgers.
Skunks. Those skunks and badgers get it every dang time.
Yeah, Wolverines in there. Meerkats living down there.
That seems such an extreme name for an animal.
I know, Wolverine.
Well, it's not a dog. It looks kind of bigger than a badger. Yeah, that's a Wolverine.
Hell yeah.
That sounds pretty cool.
I want a pet. I want one of those.
Yeah, they are weird, pretty vicious little animals.
Yeah, man.
But anyway, there's some spaces for you.
Yeah.
Good luck, Jerry, with an E.
Schweigert. All
Maybe
right.
it's Jer.
Jer. Maybe it's Jerry. It could be.
Could be.
Brian France.
Good.
Where the naked ladies dance. Do you guys carry different preps than your wife's in your bug out bag, or is it all the same type stuff? Yeah, I mean, her bag's pretty much the exact same type of gear. I mean, she doesn't have the same clothing that I have in there. Obviously, it's her clothes.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's just...
Honey, you're wearing off the grid surplus.
Yeah.
You have no choice.
Yeah, size men's 10 shoes. Deal with it. We're bugging out.
You're wearing my old boots because I feel like they're good.
Yeah.
Be a little baggy on you, but it's good.
It's all going to be fine.
I read this as, do you guys carry different preps than your wife in your bug out bag? And I was like, yeah, I don't carry my wife in my bug out bag.
Baby, hop in there. We're heading
big
out.
old, like, she's got big old, like, arm rests.
I got a
stuff.
chest rig for her like the baby. You know?
I
Carry
use
the-
that sometimes for not just bugging out.
Yeah.
Bugging in.
Friday evenings at the house.
Yeah, just come out naked with that on. I got the backpack on.
You ready to get weird, babe? I got a chest
Let's
rig.
practice bugging in.
I'm about to bug in hard.
So, few unfollowed just now.
Adios, muchachos.
I'm gonna design that. Somebody right now is like, I'm gonna design one of those.
Copyright this.
Yeah, like other than tampons and makeup and
She doesn't carry that
bras
in
and
hers.
stuff, like that I don't carry.
Yeah, right.
Like it's gonna be pretty much the same. A
You
lot
don't-
of the same stuff.
You don't carry makeup in yours?
Well, tampons a little bit.
I got face paint. Right? The little face paint.
I made that comment once and I got in trouble.
Did you?
Like I referred to it as face paint, and I got.
She didn't like that?
It wasn't a nice comment.
It wasn't.
Just one that you're like
Yeah.
spit off thinking it's funny, and you're like, yeah, it was super.
That didn't work
And
out well.
her face revealed how offensive that was. A long time ago.
That's right.
We resolved it through therapy.
It's all
and
good,
that
yeah.
sort of stuff. But yeah, like it's gonna be a lot of the same stuff.
For sure.
I need to actually work on her bag a little bit better.
Yeah, work on the old bag.
Gotta work on that bag.
Work
The
on
bag itself.
Yeah.
Nate Baker.
Yeah.
I have a wife, 2 kids, 2 large dogs, 5 cats, 10 chickens, a car, a truck, a camper van, 10,000 in the bank. I work at Smith's. I go to. I love all these details.
Got a
What's-
mole that's looking a little weird on my back.
But he's like,
I know.
this is good. What's my bug out strategy? I'm gonna give you all this stuff. Can you give me a plan by tonight?
Yeah.
So,
Write it a PDF is what I want.
we should open a new thing. It's just like submit all of your details. We'll come up with a
Very
specific
specific
plan for you.
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff, bro.
Yeah.
You got a freaking ton of animals,
Yeah,
kids.
you could probably cut down on the chickens. You don't
Yeah.
need 10. Didn't you say 3 was like more than enough?
Yeah, I was playing for me.
You can keep the wife and kids.
Yeah.
Probably let the cats go free.
They're not going to be any good
Save
for you.
the dogs for protection.
Yeah.
I'd start there.
For me, I'm just open all those gates, let everything out into the neighborhood. For one thing, just unleash hell into suburbia, and then you're going to confuse the neighbors. They're
That's
going to know
true.
what's going on.
That's true.
Is it a chicken? Is it a kid? What is it? And then you can grab all your.
If you just fence the perimeter and let all this run around,
Oh, man.
no one's messing with you.
Oh, hell no. I mean, come on.
It's going on. Chickens and cats.
Freaking carnival over there.
Yeah, so
I don't know, man. I don't know what you want us to say.
go listen to all the other podcasts
Yeah.
about how to.
I ain't got time to answer this
strategize.
question. I shouldn't even put it on here.
I don't got time. I'm just
Tina
gonna ask them to do it.
Montgomery.
Montgomery Gentry.
Yeah.
Well, just Montgomery now.
What are some ideas for scaring off and preventing looters, aka the desperate and unprepared, from entering your property during an SHTF, both reasonable and off the wall?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want me to go? You want to go?
I'm gonna put this one out there because I really think this would scare away a lot of people.
Okay.
Put like a big religious symbol,
Yes.
like out on your lawn, and be like, "Come pray with us."
Yeah.
Everyone welcome.
That's true.
No one's coming.
I said the same thing.
You might get some weirdos.
have a couple of missionaries on your porch, just sitting there.
It's just something that people don't want to deal with.
You
right
don't even
now.
want to like make eye contact with
No.
them. And I'm saying missionaries from any faith.
Yeah.
It don't matter.
Yeah.
I've had many of them at my house before.
Yeah.
Dropping off their literature.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yep.
Weird.
Just have people out front with like security system, like carrying a clipboard.
Where are you going to get these people, though?
I don't know. What?
Where are you going to get these people?
Oh, they're looking for jobs.
Oh, everybody's looking for somewhere to work right now.
Put a bunch of ADT signs, NRA stickers all over your windows and stuff like that.
Don't tread on me flag out front.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. I probably wouldn't mess with those.
I said, put a sign on your lawn that says, like, I'm vegan. Because, like, they know you got shitty food in there.
Yeah.
They don't want to eat that
That's
tofu
true.
garbage.
That's true, huh?
You know?
Put some, like I said, some extremes. Maybe, like, have your kids build some, like, body shapes out of, like towels and stuff.
Yeah.
Put it in the garbage bag. Lay it out on your porch.
Yeah.
It's like, that's a body. I ain't going in there.
Heck no.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of different ways.
Like that biohazard stuff, always classic.
Yeah. Just, paste that on some stuff.
For sure.
That's cool. I like
But,
that.
Cam, I got to tell you, we live in a mad, mad world, and it's in constant change. Constantly. There's no time like today to prepare for the uncertainties of tomorrow, and nothing prepares you for what's to come like proper nutrition, whether you're adventuring, exploring, passing down traditions, or simply being smart and keeping your priorities and plans in order. It's all the same, and this is why we would like to introduce Nutrient Survival. Top shelf, delicious, special ops grade nutrition designed to the nutritional standards of the U.S. military, but intended for people like us. Made with real ingredients. It's actually food. It's made in America to keep Americans healthy, strong, and alert. Perfect for today and ready for anything ahead. From hearty, delicious entrees and nutrient-dense snacks to immunity-boosting drinks and strength-building shakes, each with 40 essential nutrients. You guys, this is what sets these guys apart, is the freaking nutritional value in this stuff. It's available in handy singles, daily use pantry packs, durable cans, and 3 to 90-day survival kits. It's preparedness through nutrition. This isn't your cheap, empty calorie, bland food storage. This stuff actually has nutritional value and it tastes good. And that's a good thing. You want it to taste good. Head over to nutrientsurvival.com. Use our code CASUALPREPPERS. You're going to get 10% off your order. And I couldn't recommend them enough. I've done some very thorough investigating and putting one up against the other. Mountain House, Nutrient Survival, Wise Foods, Nutrient Survival. Nutrient Survival beats them every time as far as nutrition goes. So
they just have so many options.
They do.
And like anybody could freeze dry a bunch of crap, and it's not going to give you that vitamin mineral that you need.
It's real food.
It's it. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Great. Double_AV. Which
AV.
AV.
That happened. Double AV. Right?
Sorry, you wrote your name wrong.
Yeah.
Which do you guys prefer for an EDC bag? A backpack or a sling pack? And then why? Thanks. Love the show.
Oh, thanks, AV.
I'm a backpack.
Yeah, me too.
Take it. I use it every day to and from work. Sling pack bags they're fairly comfortable, but hey, you bust that strap, you're done.
You're done.
Backpack,
son.
Break that strap.
Yeah.
Maybe have a sling pack.
And there's obviously different kinds of sling packs. There's the smaller ones and the bigger ones. The smaller ones, there's just not enough room for me.
Yeah.
And
support, like back support too.
Yeah.
Like the sling pack isn't going to give you that same.
And I always feel like an idiot trying to put it on. Am I putting it on the right way or the wrong way?
Yeah.
Like, I don't need that kind of negativity in my life. I know how to put on a backpack.
Yeah.
Okay?
The other thing I hate about sling packs, because I used one for a while, was like when you get out of the car and you just throw it over your shoulder.
Yeah.
Like just
It's
holding
awkward.
it on it doesn't sit.
It's weird.
I mean, it's sitting in the road right now. Couldn't figure it out.
Just left it there.
But that's why, because everyday use, you're going to be using that just for whatever. And the sling pack, it just isn't as convenient.
I agree.
But
right
they have
there
some
with
cool
you.
ones.
Sheldon_Lehman. Are the new electric F-150 worth it?
I think they're pretty cool. I would
they're
like
kinda
one, but as a survivalist, bugging out,
Yeah.
in apocalyptic scenario, you're going to hate it. Electric.
Yeah, I can't, I mean, fuel in that scenario is going to be hard to come by too. It's just like electricity, but I think fuel is going to be easier
You're not
to
going to be
store.
siphoning battery power from a car.
Unless we figure out how to do that. I don't know. It's
That's
probably
true.
possible. I think it'd be rad as like an everyday driver if you live.
Oh, I'd love one.
Close to where you
And the
work.
generator
I'd be all
features
about
like
it.
powering
Yeah.
your house.
You
and
can
stuff
power your
like
house
that.
for 3 days on that thing, which is insane, which is really cool. So I think it depends.
If you want one and you're planning on getting one, get one.
Get one, man.
It's freaking
Don't
cool.
let nobody tell you nothing about it. Just get it.
Just be aware that you're
Yeah.
risking a little bit not being able to.
Thing is, we're all going to die soon.
Right.
Get what you want.
Whether it be apocalyptic
Yeah.
or natural.
If you want that electric F-150, get it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, don't let
Pretty
nobody tell you nothing. Your turn.
Pain Machine.
Oh.
1312.
Pain machine.
Welcome to the Pain Machine. If you had to pick between these two superpowers, what would you pick? The ability to turn clothing, textiles into cooked spaghetti noodles, or the ability to rapidly grow others' hair on command?
Oh, it's others' hair.
This was weird. I couldn't understand. I didn't really interpret that very well.
I didn't read that
the
very well
world
either.
will depend on you.
This was a great question.
So the ability to rapidly grow other
Others'
hair,
hair.
or others' hair.
Hair on others.
That's what I kind of figured it meant.
I didn't necessarily.
If I could grow my own hair like crazy,
Yeah.
you could do some cool stuff with that.
Oh, you definitely could.
Build rope all day long.
Yeah. Well, just think about the situations where it gets really cold. Boom. I'm not cold no more.
Yeah. You'd be like, everybody be taking pictures thinking you're Sasquatch.
Yeah, but you're not.
No.
You just got superpowers. You know, but really what it
But
comes
hair
down
has
to,
so many uses.
it really does.
You can make all kinds of stuff out of hair.
Ugh.
Yuck.
It's grossing me out right now. I don't like hair at all.
It's so funny. It's like
It grosses me out.
such a like cool, like amazing thing that your body produces,
Yeah.
but super freaking gross.
Oh, if I see a hair in a
And-
hamburger, I'm like,
and
I'm
if
done.
You're like, it's
don't-
not the color of my hair. I'm sick.
Even if it's the color of my hair, I don't
Or it's
want.
all springy, coily, like
That's
you know,
bad. I know. Short and
the
curly.
pubers.
Short and curlies is not good. You know?
Curly fries, great. Curly hair, disgusting.
No bueno. But think about this, though, the whole turning clothing into cooked spaghetti.
Yeah.
You go through an apocalypse of some sort, all you got to do is find a rag,
Yeah.
and you're eating Italian. Right?
True.
I mean,
Hey, maybe don't use that Molotov. Pull it
yeah.
out. Instant spaghetti.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think you got to go that way.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you could.
I have 4,000 pounds of spaghetti in my house right now.
Do you?
If I could change all of it into.
Yeah. You got so many blankets. I mean,
Oh
think
my
how much spaghetti that would be.
Seriously.
You know what I mean?
We're moving into summer. Let's turn it into spaghetti.
You just gotta like the hard part is just straight up spaghetti.
Yeah.
You gotta have the sauce.
Sauce.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Does it come with the sauce?
I don't think so. I
Like,
think it's just
transforms
noodles.
into both.
It's just noodles.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He wasn't very specific.
No.
Maybe like underwear turns into sauce or something.
Yeah.
You know,
I think I
don't
did.
know.
I leaned more towards like the hair ability, whether
sure.
it be hair for yourself or others, because you really screw some people up.
Oh yeah.
Like, you want to come at me? Boom! You can't see anything.
Boom. Now you got
Your
like
eyebrows
6 feet
are
of hair.
now touching your knees.
You just grab those eyebrows and do whatever you want with them.
It's
like
like
handles.
a bull ring.
Come on, boy. Wrap that shit around their neck. It's like call the eyebrow choke. Tap out now. Tap out.
Oh man, because you could really. You're holding prisoners or anything, you know.
Yeah, I mean, just suddenly, just like boom, their pubes are like 6 feet long, like busting out their pants. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that would be pretty fun.
You'd be so awkward. You could
Yeah.
walk.
So the spaghetti thing would probably be the wiser of the
Yeah.
two, but I'd have a lot of fun with that.
Think about your toe hairs, 10 feet long. Boom.
your ear hair.
Your
It's like,
armpit
you
hair.
can't hear now. Boom.
Yeah.
You're gonna be-
Knuckle hair.
You're gonna be so. Seriously,
You got like a permed knuckle hair now.
Make it grow everywhere.
Yeah, it'd be amazing.
Yeah, you like that? Boom! That mole is now.
Oh, your nose hair.
Oh my
you,
gosh!
you choke yourself. Couldn't breathe. Right?
Look at that mustache. That's nose hair. But man,
No,
as a survivalist, you could use it.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, build shelters.
Oh, it's so gross.
Make blankets.
It's grossing me out. I don't like it.
And just wearing a hair shirt. These bibs are made of hair.
Yeah, I've
Pretty
seen
cool.
guys like that. They have hair shirts.
Yeah,
It's gross.
that's true.
I mean, I got hair, but not that much.
No.
Man.
Oh man,
All right. Tone them out.
that was gross.
That was gross. What items would you recommend to carry on your person when going somewhere where traditional EDC items like knives, etc., are not allowed, such as airports or theme parks?
Yeah. What would you carry on you when you can't carry anything? That's the question.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's tricky. I mean, some of the things that I know will go through like TSA, well, most likely anything could be confiscated. You could have a gum wrapper, and they're like, "That's a bomb." We're taking it. Like the Tacti-Key, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know, gives you an ability to use your key defensively, or I mean, even as a tool, because you can hold it a lot better. And the Utility Key, that's one of my favorite things.
Oh, yeah.
Just looks like a key, but it folds open. It's got a little tiny screwdriver and knife on there. Pretty cool.
Would that go through security?
I think the key will, because it's only like 2 inches long.
That's what she
But
said.
anyways,
And
your smarts and gray man tactics.
that's right. I always go with the tactical pen
Yeah, that's true.
because you can write stuff and then you can also beat people up, and it almost never raises an eyebrow. Like it's a pen.
That's 2 mentions of eyebrows.
One episode. Weird.
That's,
Also, skills. Carry your skills.
yeah, exactly.
Right? You
They
got them
can't
with you all
take
the
those
time.
away.
You can't take that away.
Guess what? You can't take those skills on a plane.
I'll leave them at home.
I see here that you
I
have
get
these
you-
particular
You
skills.
got to check those. Check those skills.
Skilled, go in the back.
Yeah.
We don't want you up front.
Right.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Nathan Torrey.
Yeah, you got it.
It looks like it needs another H or something in there.
Nathan Torrey?
This looks pretty good, but it needs another H.
Yeah. Spell
What's
it
an
different.
effective yet simple prep that people are sleeping on? Like literally? Like a foam pad,
mattress?
mattress, a couple blankets.
I don't know. The ground?
Yeah. Straw.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I think physical fitness and endurance is a huge one that people don't put in the forefront of their like prepping plan.
Yeah, that's true. It's really
I
tough.
fall into that. Like I don't do enough physical fitness that I feel confident in like my family. We got to book it across this field. I'll probably die.
It's a hard one. It's one of the hardest ones.
Yeah.
It really is. That's one of the 2 of them was fitness and
Oh
finances.
yeah, finance.
That's another one that people kind of sleep on. It's just neither of them are very sexy. I mean, you're going to be more sexy if you get into fitness.
Yeah.
So you got that
If
going
you're
for
fit and have a lot of finances,
you. Gosh dang, you are looking good.
man,
Yeah.
I'll be all over you.
Yeah, unless you got that eyebrow hair that's 10 feet long.
Pubes bulging out your
Yeah.
pants.
Like a 70s porn. No good. No good.
That trail goes down to a mattress.
Sleeping on it.
Bristle pads. You can clean plates and stuff.
Gosh. I am not eating off any plate that's been cleaned by hair. Seriously. If there's hair anywhere near it, I'm not eating for a week. Probably.
Yeah, no.
Bristle pad.
These plates are super clean. You bet they are.
You bet they are, buddy.
I make my own bristle pads.
That SOS pad came from my chest hair, buddy. Dr.
Bristle pad even a thing? I don't know where I got
Hecabus.
that, but anyway.
Hecabus. Dr.
The hecabus, the incubus, the succubus.
Yeah. At some point, you're going to have to eat your neighbors. Is that a statement? What condiments do you use to block? Fact. You're going to eat your neighbor.
I've been planning. That's part of my plan the whole time.
Yeah. What condiments do you use to block your mind from knowing it's human?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I figured you would put that on
Yeah,
there.
Cholula, man. You know.
Yeah.
You know.
You can put it on anything.
Oh,
Man, there's a
seriously.
lot that I think would taste, well, I don't know. I'm not looking forward to eating a human. That's
the
for sure.
loin of a human goes great with
But
Cholula.
Frank's Red Hot seems to be potent enough to cover a lot of flavors.
Sure.
A1.
Well,
I
I've
mean,
heard-
I could probably eat anything with A1 on it.
Like hair.
Probably.
Hair spaghetti.
Okay, that stopped about there.
Ugh.
Okay, I won't say everything. Man,
Wow.
I just can't.
It's in my mouth right now. I can feel it.
I can feel it. Man, that's such a gross sensation.
Ugh.
And
you know
you
what's
pull it
the
out,
worst?
it's super long, and you're like,
It's like
it's
down your
not
throat.
mine.
It's down your throat, and you can feel it coming out your throat. Have you ever had that happen?
Oh,
That is
yeah.
like
Yeah.
the worst feeling probably on
like,
the planet.
oh, I have a tiny one of my hairs. You
can feel it
it's like
coming
wrapped around your uvula.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
That one
man.
came straight out of my small intestines. Like, wow.
Either it's growing on some funky tumor in your throat,
Yeah.
or you swallowed some air.
Wrapped up in your vocal cords on the way up.
That's
Where were we?
I don't know. I'm just confused.
Blech.
The jalapeno Tabasco.
Okay.
I love that one. The green one.
That's a green
It's
one,
like
huh?
pure vinegar.
That's good stuff.
Soy sauce.
Well, I hate soy sauce. I
Tons
don't like
of
it.
tons of salt.
Salt's great.
Dehydrator. You could turn anything into jerky. Maybe muscle it. I don't know.
Neighbor jerky. Yeah.
Yeah, this is Tom's jerky because this is Tom.
This is Tom.
It's delicious.
I marinated it in hair for a week.
I shaved all the hair off the parts that we didn't want in our mouth.
I left a little bit on the thigh. That's the best. That's the best hair.
The little.
That's
I tell you, you throw
flavorful.
that on the barbecue grill,
Yeah.
that burnt hair flavor gets you a little bit something.
It's like, like a mesquite flavor-ish type thing.
Tastes like Irish Spring. It's good.
I like Irish Spring.
You don't now.
Nope, I used to. Georgina Murray, too.
Okay.
All right. Also, where do I buy CP t-shirts?
Oh, yeah.
You got to watch the socials because we do limited runs.
Yeah.
We don't just let the t-shirts get sold whenever they want. That would be too economical for us. We just do limited runs. So we're probably going to have another one in June, I
I was
believe.
going to say, when we got to be
In
coming up
June.
on one, huh?
Yeah, in June. So get ready for that. It's probably going to be good.
Yeah.
I don't know. Don't
Keep an eye out
Keep an eye out on
for a
the social.
shirt.
Yep.
Schmick Cottage. Welcome to the Schmick Cottage.
Have a seat. Lay down on our hair mattress.
You like the cushions on that bench?
Yeah.
That's hair.
Armpit hair.
That's our kids' hair.
Been saving it for a while.
This is nice. Like come through like
Springy.
like a bead curtain. It's just a hair.
Oh my god, this is like my nightmare. Seriously, it's like my nightmare.
It is super gross.
Oh.
It's that hair because I'm not coming in.
Burning this place to the ground, by the way.
Welcome. Just like spreading their hair
Yeah.
from. Hi.
I see you.
Just like their hair dipping in like your spaghetti and
Yeah.
stuff. Here you go.
What's in the cellar, Air Klopek?
Okay, Schmidt Cottage.
Yeah.
Yes, my question is why? Yes. My question is why did I have to
Why
learn
did
about
you put yes on there?
I don't know. That's
Yes.
funny. Yes. Thank you. My question is why did I have to learn about Dinosaur Land in Vernal from an ad on the History Channel instead of my favorite Utah?
That's funny. I wonder if it's an ad that I actually made. I wonder what the ad
It
looked
probably
like.
is,
Probably
huh?
is an ad that I made. But yeah.
we
live
keep
in
the best
Dinosaur Land.
info to ourselves.
We don't want no more people here.
No.
It's a problem.
Yeah. Everybody wants to live around dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Search for dinosaur bones.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have the room for you.
All these amateur archaeologists constantly coming over here trying to dig up our bones. Anthropomorphized ologists.
Yeah. Watch your mouth. I got chewed out once before.
Did you?
Archaeologist.
No, yeah.
I'm an anthropologist. I'm an anthropediatrologist.
I'm a pediatrologist. I just look at feet bones.
I'm a pediatrologist.
Yeah.
Look at
My ear,
children's
nose,
feet.
throatologist. Kim, I gotta,
Anthropathologist.
Did
What is
you-
it? It's not pathologist. Anthro.
he's a very respected pathologist.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm mixing medicine with like history and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called.
Kim.
Dinosaur searchers.
Did you know that the spring flannels are on sale at Off the Grid Surplus?
Yeah,
You did?
I did. I
Did
got an
you get some?
email.
Oh.
I was looking at them. Haven't pulled the trigger yet.
They are deliciously sexy. None of it's made from hair. Zero hair in their flannels. They have a zippered chest pocket. They got a pen pocket, and they got a large rear stash pocket. Those things are cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we both got some flannels, and we both love them.
Yeah.
Right? They're on sale right now, and if you use our code CASUALPREPPERS15, an extra 15% off, my friend.
An extra 15% off.
Yes. Yes. Extra 15%
You get
off.
5 charms with it
Oh,
too.
Lucky Charms. Yeah, so go to Off the Grid Surplus.
Word of the wise:
Huh?
be careful when you wash your flannels.
Oh, really?
Mine shrunk quite a bit.
Oh, mine was
I
perfect.
still wear it.
Mine shrunk perfectly for me.
Well, good for you.
But I'm a skinny sucker. So I need stuff to shrink.
I'm a fat sucker.
No, you ain't fat. Come on.
Come on, boy.
Come on,
don't
boy.
catch
You
me.
ain't fat.
I hate when people say they're like, I'm fat, and they are, and you're like,
Yep.
sorry.
What do you want to say?
Yeah.
What do you want me to
you
say?
want me to say you're skinny? Because you're not.
Are you fishing for compliments? Or are you
Yeah.
testing me? What's
It
going
happens
on?
all the time, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
nah. Let me look at your ear. Angelo,
You got great ears. Let me tell you that.
don't talk
Clean
about
as a whistle.
yourself that way.
Yeah.
You got good hair, and your ears are fine.
Yeah, sparkling personality, buddy.
Yeah. Angelo, Amador Junior. Who would you rather hang out with for a day of adventure? The Frog Brothers or the Frog Brothers or the Goonies? That, man, I'll have to say it's probably one of my favorite questions.
Yes, and this is
Such a
this
good
is a
one.
tough one.
Super tough. I even typed in Goonies, and then I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I kind of went back to the Frog Brothers.
Yeah. Here's the thing. The Frog Brothers, I don't know. If there's any vampires, you're safe.
Yeah.
Those dudes know everything there is to know about a vampire.
Yeah.
They got the best one-liners. I mean, ever.
That's true.
Just, I don't know.
I know.
I love them.
I had to go a little bit more with them.
Yeah.
They're just a little more exciting for boys.
Yeah.
Like, and that movie is
Yeah.
borderline. But, like, just, it's more what, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
I know.
It's like the fun things that boys would do at that age.
Like killing vampires.
Yeah, like you just, like
Yeah.
you're totally
Plus-
into that, like surviving stuff.
I just like the movie.
Goonies
better.
are explorers,
Goonies are great.
and I would be a Goonie any day.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look,
This is a great question.
Goonies all day long. But here's the thing. The Lost Boys, I have to rate it above Goonies because it's horror.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
a
horror, and
mix.
it's that, like, comedy horror from the 80s. It's just magical.
Yeah.
It's magical. It makes my heart sing.
It is.
And so that's why I got to go with the Frog Brothers.
Yeah.
Plus, I mean, you get Corey Feldman either way.
Yeah,
He's a Goonie and he's a Frog Brother.
that's true.
So either way.
The thing, though, but Goonies, well, they didn't end up rich, so kind of with
Well.
those jewels.
Yeah, they got their house back.
Man, I don't know. That's tough. But I am leaning more towards the Frog Brothers.
Me too. All right. Ryan the Man Hannah. I suffer from motion sickness, which can often lead to vertigo with no warning. If an evacuation scenario occurs, I'd like to be prepared for travel. Aside from OTC meds like Dramamine and Meclizine, I keep Zofran and Scopolamine. I thought you should have read this. Patches in my travel kit. What sort of meds do you recommend for preventing and relieving vertigo?
Man, vertigo. So to be completely honest with you, any provider that sees that symptom on their schedule, they're like, oh, because
yeah.
it's hard, super hard. Is it vestibular? Is it cardiac? Is it like, there's so many different aspects of why you have vertigo.
Yeah.
And so that makes it super hard to treat. So some of the things, I mean, just to prevent the symptoms of vertigo, like, yeah, you mentioned Meclizine, Dramamine. They slow things down, but they slow also, like, you down. Like, you're tired, you're drowsy, you're groggy. Like, they suck for that. So combating, like, the nausea and stuff is probably the best thing you can do with anti-nausea medicine. Zofran's not, which is kind of funny. A lot of people use it for motion sickness, and it actually isn't supposed to work, isn't made to work that way, but that's a good one. Doesn't make you drowsy, doesn't affect you, but it's a good one only because it's super, like,
It's good for everything.
there's, like,
dude.
no symptoms. You don't have any side effects from it.
Zofran's the best.
But what's funny, my dad will take it before he plays virtual reality with my nephew, and he
Zofran?
does fine with it. Yeah.
Oh, really?
But it's not approved for that. It's not used that way. Scopolamine, have you ever used that one?
I don't know what it is.
So it goes a patch behind your ear.
Oh, yes. I like on a cruise, I think I
yeah.
used it one time.
It kind of messes with your vision, but man, that's tough. Like, vertigo is a really hard thing to deal with and to, like, counter. Basically, you're treating symptoms, not fixing the actual problem. So
Yeah.
I don't have like ginger's a good, like, tummy upset medicine.
Yeah.
Like, natural thing that you can do. But there isn't a lot of good answers for this one. So
Sorry.
sorry, buddy. That vertigo was a life
Little
ruiner.
ginger ale, you're fine. Put some bag balm on it.
Coca-Cola swallowed your dad's chaw.
Swallowed your daddy's chaw, didn't you?
Yes.
One thing I can't stand about Santa Carla.
That's right. It's the same guy.
Yeah.
I forgot. A very curious Catherine.
She very curious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You say that your minivan or family car will most likely be your bug out vehicle. What modifications would you add to your minivan to make it an effective bug out or get home vehicle? Asking as a new, slightly proud minivan owner.
You know what? People, they harp on those minivans, but once you've had one,
I've heard that.
they're awesome.
Yeah.
They really are.
I don't want to get one because I don't like the look of them, but
Yep.
I've heard they're so nice.
They are
so convenient.
If you have kids, they're great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I would suggest is making sure it runs decently.
Yeah.
Get your maintenance done. Tire selection.
Yeah.
Don't overlook quality tires.
Yeah.
Don't buy the cheapos, and don't ask in the back if they have some slightly bald ones that are okay to drive on.
Yeah.
I always wondered about the certain things about vans, like the sliding door that's powered. That might be an inconvenience
Could
for
be.
certain scenarios. I don't know. Maybe can you disable those?
I don't know.
Just cut some wires and
I'm
stuff.
sure you could.
And then you want to make sure it has maybe put the pilot seats, pivot gunners. You know,
I
get
like
a turret gunner,
Yeah.
open the sliding door.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Shoots goldfish.
But other than that, just stock it up. Like there's always these little empty spots. They pop off the plastic, stuff some water and stuff down in there.
Yeah, I think go back to the video that we did recently. It's on
Oh, you can't do that.
TikTok.
Gotta have a trailer.
TikTok and I think it's on Instagram too.
Yeah.
And Cam kind of made fun of me in one of them. But
I
there's-
did.
But there's a lot.
But I made fun of the people who are making
Yeah.
fun of you.
Yeah, but there's a lot of items there you can start looking at. I think the biggest thing is just getting the right gear.
Yeah.
In the car, in the minivan. So I think that's a great way to start.
Yeah. Amen.
How about Twisted Girl?
Yeah, twisted.
Hey, Twisted Girl. If schools have to go on lockdown or evacuate to another location, what are some ideas for having the kids prepared until I can get to them?
And this kind of goes back to that first question.
Kind of the same one, yeah. And so my answer to this is the emergency plan. This is a great thing to do so that at least when they're in those locations, see, our kids actually have, well, they used to, I got to get it back. We just redid our emergency plan, but they had them in their backpacks. So if they go to another location and they're like, wait, what did mom and dad say we needed to do?
Yeah.
They can go and they can actually just pull it out of their pack and they can see it. And they also have like contacts for
I'm
you.
tattooing it on my kids.
Yeah, contacts for you and, grandparents or whatever else. So I think that's a really good place to start.
Yeah, for sure. Go with that plan that's probably already set by the school with your additional plan. I've thought about this too. Like my one son's getting to the age that probably should give him some type of cell phone so that he can try and communicate with us. But like I have all these little walkie-talkies that have pretty good range. Thought about just throwing a two-way in there that's off.
Yeah.
And then just like turn it on, go to channel 9 in case of an emergency. And like if we can't get a hold of you, we can talk to you that way.
Yeah.
Just little things like that you can, add additional to your plan to help them out. Definitely put some snacks in there too.
Yeah, for sure.
Calms everybody
You'll
down.
get to eat the first day, but
Yeah. String cheese for a week. It's all soft and like
yum.
got hair in it.
Yuck.
Bushcraft Scandinavia cabin.
Okay.
Put all the favorite things in my name.
I love bushcraft. I love Scandinavia.
What's your take on having a skin stapler instead of suture equipment in your medic kit? Have you ever used one, and would you consider it a good alternative, perhaps easier to use for the non-medical specialist? So, yes, I've used a skin stapler. There's some issues with
Any
those.
stapler is a skin stapler if you're skilled enough.
Right. If you make a good incision, then you can slide
I had
the
a
back
kid-
side of the
It's
stapler.
funny. I was just thinking about. I had a kid in high school that was being funny, and he had a stapler. You open them up, and they're long ways, and he was going back and hitting people.
Oh, yeah.
in their wallet. But he hit the wallet, so it wouldn't hurt. But you were like scared, and I sat down the second he went to do it to me, and he stapled my back. I was so damn pissed that day.
I'm sure.
I don't know why. That just made me think of that for some
That
reason.
little mother effer.
That little mother effer. I hope he's dead now. Nah, I don't think you're dead.
So skin staplers, if you've ever seen one, like you kind of just push, like they don't staple like a paper stapler. They actually have the staple's kind of in the shape of an M, and when you push it down, it basically will grab skin and pull it together.
Oh,
so it's
weird.
kind of cool how they
Yeah.
work, but you have to put pressure down on it. So you can't always use a skin stapler for certain wounds. Like they're either too wide or you're having to put pressure in an area you don't want to. If you
Yeah.
got a laceration on your neck, you're not going to push a stapler into the area of your
Yeah.
like jugular and your carotid. So I think they have a lot of use, but they're not going to be as versatile as
That makes sense.
regular suture material. So
nice.
yeah, sounds easy. Not a bad idea to have both.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're to go with one, I would choose the suture material. Or they have those other cool ones, little zip tie ones
Yeah.
and glues and stuff like that. I think those have more practical use than the stapler.
Nice.
But good question. Good
How about
question.
Elliot Triple? If you had to evacuate your clifftop bug out location with your tactical goat, would you use a hang glider or a zipline system to reach your egress point safely? Asking for a friend.
I'm going to go with the hang glider.
Mm.
Because zip lines, they have a an endpoint that's going to be a set endpoint.
Yeah.
People could just be down there with like swords and spears.
Yeah.
And you slide right into it.
A scythe.
Right? Just chop you in half by the time you hit the other end.
Yeah. Pitchfork.
So,
Trident.
have you ever watched the Ewok Adventure?
I have, yes.
You can do anything with a freaking hang glider.
Yeah, man. I got to go with hang glider.
Fly into safety.
And yeah, you could just go as far as you want almost with a hang
You're
glider.
good at it.
Yeah.
You fly
It's all about your skills.
around the world.
You can go wherever you need to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So zip lines sound cool, but
Sindel and Wicket. Wasn't
yeah,
that who was
yeah,
on
Wicket.
it? Wicket?
Isn't Wicket the little like toothy one?
No, that's
No, that Wicket's the little cutie one.
He's a cutie one. Oh, the toothy one's the weird, the fast
little,
one
with the cookies. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, the little
the fast one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have a little niece that but like seriously, every time I see her, that we just think that it's the little white one with the tooth. Like,
Oh, okay.
she has two big buck teeth, and
That's
she's
awesome.
like has wide eyes and stuff. Yeah, she looks just like
That weird noise.
she's growing out of it.
Yeah.
But
That was that the Ewok adventure, or was that the Battle of Endor? I can't remember which
I think
one.
that might have been the Battle of Endor.
They're both great.
Yeah.
They're both horrible actually. If you watch them again.
Are they really?
Not
I
great.
haven't seen them in
I
such
watched
a long
part of it the
time.
other day and I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe I liked this as
Really?
a kid. Yeah, it wasn't great.
And Kobe's daughter was in it.
Yeah,
She looked
she
just
looked
like her.
Yeah, my wife did when she was little too. Looked
Oh,
just
really?
Like her. Yeah,
So funny.
she used to say that she was Sindel from Battle of Endor.
That's a cool name too.
Sindel. That's it, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you. You guys are awesome. Thank you for
questions,
sending
funny.
in the questions. Appreciate you. Please make sure to subscribe to the podcast. Go to subscribe to Bugging Out as well. Anything else, Cameron?
No, that's it.
Awesome. Thank you and stay survived.